see that what we're talking about are the management issues.
Yeah.
Of this, so.
Yeah, my research is about the use of interactive whiteboards in physics, but I don't want to bore you with the interactive whiteboard because I guess you have more experience with it than I have. But with my work, there are a lot of other themes around it that maybe seems even more important than my research was about. So I'd like to take you on board on this journey we had made through the last 3 years at my physics education department, where we prepare future teachers. Okay, I'd like to start with where are we now? So in German schools we have quite a few funding programs, so we have a fast rising range of ICT tools and, for example, interactive whiteboards. Till now not that many iPads or smartphones, as our schools don't have this big autonomy to own budget and buy whatever they want to. The local authority or the minister is deciding. So yeah, and what I found, the research about the impact of ICT or interactive whiteboards differs, and although my one is about interactive whiteboards, it's the main message from all the research is it's not really about the device, it's about the idea behind it, what occurs in the discussion already. And the second one is it highly depends on the teacher. And I came across of a citation, I don't know if I translated it right, but good lessons can become better and bad lessons even worse. So I don't know if it's proper English, but that's the main message. And yeah, we had a big rollout, and our problem is we have a centralized and flexible CPD system. So the ministry is deciding what teachers are needing. What is a bit strange because they don't really know what teachers are needing. And actually teachers have very few time to prepare the lessons. I came across a research that add up all the administrative things teachers have to do, and at the end they have around 15 minutes to prepare a physics lesson. If you have 20 years experience, it's maybe possible to plan a lesson in 50 minutes, but even if you have all your stuff sorted, for me it's not manageable to plan a lesson in 15 minutes. And if you have all the devices and all the possibilities around, it's impossible for me. And yeah, our teaching are getting older. I don't know about the situation here, but I found a figure that 61 of our 1,800 physics teachers are under the age of 40. So you can imagine where the rest is. So yeah, that was the situation when I started, and there were two main possibilities that we can take. The first one is we can updating our teachers that are in service right now. Of course this is a time-consuming task, but it's necessary to offer this possibility, and I think they should need about all the possibilities they have. And the second one is that is important or seems important to me is preparing our future teacher students, or the students who want to become teachers, because this reduces the pressure during the pre-service period. I mean, they are not really experienced and they have to cope with a lot of other stuff. Oh. My talk must be so interesting that someone is calling. No, it's not mine.
It's not mine. I've got mine here.
Okay. And the teachers at school expect from the young teachers that are coming to their schools that they bring some fresh wind and a lot of experience with all the technology. But actually we don't teach it to them at our university. So this is a problem, and they expect like digital experts are coming to their school when the next generation is coming, but actually we don't show it really to them. So yeah, I go into detail how we prepare in-service teachers. What happened in our CPT system, if we have a lot of input but rarely really assessment what happened really after the CPD, and mostly this is single and short time events and centered on the device and not about the idea behind it.
Not about the pedagogy.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, of course, what do we need to change? It's obviously enable reflection, reduce barriers, and I developed a physics-specific 2-day whiteboard training. What is published, and I put it on display. If you are interested in, you can look it up and see if it's interesting for you. I don't want to go into the details of this. And what happened at our university is, we have equipment that which can be used for a film, because it's 100 years old. And our lectures are really a traditional style when I arrived. And I was in a really, really good situation that I had a lot of possibilities that I can change something. And yeah, we started modernizing our equipment, but we don't have a budget at all. So I was ringing everybody. And at the end, we were able to implement interactive whiteboards and other devices in all our events we are running.
This is in the university?
Yeah, in the university, to prepare the next generation of teachers, if you want so. And we are looking for cooperations with the vendors so that they have an effort and we have. And yeah, we are living the principle, celebrate diversity. We don't run with just one vendor, just one supplier. We get as much on board as we can, so that our students can experience as much different sort of stuff that we can get our hands on.
You told me that you got them all, got all the manufacturers, no budget, got the manufacturers.
I think we have right now we have like 4 or 5 different system of interactive whiteboards or projectors, and we have around 100 of this student feedback system physical devices, and a license that you can bring your own device to enable as a student feedback device. So, and all for free, because I was running them all the time. I guess they know my number already. And yeah, the next step was to integrate all this ICT in our lectures and seminars and persuading our lectures that it's worth. And what we have just done before I arrived, we had developed a 10-week course for interactive whiteboard and other devices, because it seems hard for our staff that's teaching to integrate it all in the running session, so it's running parallel. And what's interesting and what's really interesting, we're starting to intensify our research. Of course, there's my work, but it's quite focused. But we try to get all our students on board, because if they want to get teachers, they have to write a bachelor thesis and a master thesis afterwards. So
to be a teacher? Yeah,
to be a teacher.
Takes about 8 years, doesn't it?
It took me 5 years, and after this you have a 2-year pre-service period. So actually, if you want to become a teacher, it takes you at least 7 years if you are quite fast. And there's plenty of opportunity to take them on board to do their own research and do something that's important if they really arrive at school. Okay. And I was able to break up with a few traditions, because the problem is we brought all the stuff and tried to prepare them for everything, and at the end they have a paper and pencil exam.
This is the kind of pedagogy.
Yeah. So what is this worth for if you prepare them for everything and at the end they have a paper and pencil exam, and that what's count for them, because with these exams they apply for a job. So I was able to persuade my professor to break up with a few traditions. And the first step is we have a few initial tests to enter into seminars, and we turned it from paper and pencil to web-based, so that they can do it on the time they'd like to do the test, when they feel comfortable and not under pressure and everybody is watching what the others is doing. So this was one of the steps. The second one is they have to write a lot of papers about their work, but it all ends up in a cupboard and nobody's reading it. There are just 3 people that need to correct it, and in the end it ends up in the cupboard. That's pretty stupid, and we decided to change this, that they have to add their papers into a wiki style so that all the other students can participate in this, what the other students are writing about. So yeah, it helps them for preparing for their exams, and yeah, they know other students are reading their work.
Surely we have some kind of VLE. What about it? Virtual
Sorry?
learning. Surely
Yeah.
we have some kind
Yeah.
of virtual learning environment.
We have.
So you can do all sorts of things through the
Yeah,
virtual
yeah, we have a virtual learning environment for our university, and it's not that good used yet, so I tried to integrate all this into it. And yeah, the last step was our exam. And yeah, there was just handwritten or printed material allowed for health. So they enter the exam and they need to prepare for experiments and stuff, and they're allowed for printed out material. This is really a bit old-fashioned. And now, I persuaded my professor that they are allowed to bring in everything they want to. This includes mobile phones, internet access, books, whatever they like to. If they like to phone to someone during the exam, and if they think they have the time to do so, if you are a teacher, you would do the same. If you're looking for help, you would phone your colleague who knows about it. And if it helps to them, so this is kind of a little revolution, and we're having the first run around this time at Dresden, so I'm really curious about what happened when I'm coming back. Okay.
Knowing the German system, I think you're to be feared.
Oh yeah.
You're looking yourself.
So, yeah, I'd like to come to end. So to summarize a little bit, I think we made a few steps forward to prepare our students. I felt we have a little improvement for in-service teachers. I'm not really satisfied with this situation, and I think our next station, that was a bit too far. Or the question is, how can we transfer this into innovation to more exams and seminars in our school? I mean, this is like a little pilot in our special department, but that's not a big rollout. And that's why I'm here, encourage communication and professional knowledge building, because it has been done somewhere else already, and we'd like to share experience and not invent the wheel every time. And yeah, what the students are doing, I'd like to encourage more action-based research so that they can really have an impact. And I came across this citation that fits really well. Well done is better than well said, so that what I was trying to do in our
Very interesting.
physics department. So basically, that was, I think that's it.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It was excellent.
Oh.
Especially doing it in German. We really ought to finish at 12:30, and we haven't got to the collaborative part. Some of you might be interested to know that we talked, Marilyn and I and Sarah talked yesterday about building these research meshes, and I talked a bit today.